How many times do I need to repeat myself before you truly hear me? The frustration grows, yet the words fall on deaf ears no matter how often I speak. It's not that I don't speak, it's that you refuse to listen. When words lose their meaning, silence becomes the only answer. I've told you 100 times, but the truth seems to slip right past you. Why do I have to say it over and over before you can understand my heart? Sometimes the loudest cries are the ones that go unheard. Repetition doesn't make you right, it only makes me weary. I've told you everything you need to know, but the walls you've built are too high to see my truth. The more I speak, the quieter you become, as if my words are just noise. How many times can my heart break before my words finally get through? If my love can't make you listen, what else is left for me to say? I'm starting to wonder if you're not listening or if you're just choosing not to hear me. My thoughts, my feelings, also carefully articulated, yet you still refuse to acknowledge them. Why is it so hard for you to understand what I'm trying to say? No matter how much I try, it feels like my words are swallowed by the silence between us. Every time I repeat myself, a piece of me shrinks, as if you're not even trying to hear. I feel like I'm speaking into a void, hoping that my voice will reach you. How can I make you see what's inside me when you're too busy ignoring the truth I offer? I've shared my feelings over and over, yet you act as though they don't exist. I've been patient, I've been kind, but now I'm just tired of repeating myself. It's painful to keep saying the same things, hoping one day you'll finally listen. Words have become a battle. I fight alone as you ignore them time and time again. I've given you my thoughts, but they seem to slip away like sand through your fingers. I don't want to scream, but sometimes silence speaks louder than any words I've said. You've heard my voice, but have you ever really listened to what it's saying? Every repetition feels like I'm screaming into a storm, and my voice is swallowed by the wind. How many times must I repeat myself before you truly see me? Each time I repeat myself, it's like a piece of my soul is chipped away. I've told you this before, but your indifference tells me you're not hearing me at all. I've tried to make myself clear, but still, my words get lost in the noise of your mind. I keep speaking, but the emptiness that follows is deafening. I've been saying it for so long that even I'm beginning to doubt whether you'll ever hear me. Words don't mean much if they fall on ears that refuse to listen. The more I speak, the less I feel heard. You've heard my words, but have you truly understood what I meant? Sometimes it feels like I'm speaking a language you don't want to understand. It's not just the repetition that hurts, it's the realization that I'm not being heard. Each time I say it, I hope this time you'll listen. But my hopes fade with every silence. I've told you everything I can, but all I get in return is the sound of silence. I'm not asking for much, just that you listen, but it feels like I'm asking for the impossible. The frustration is growing, but it's not because I'm tired of speaking, it's because you refuse to listen. Every time I say it again, it's not because I like hearing myself speak. It's because I hope one day you'll hear me. It's not about repeating myself. It's about wanting to be understood. Sometimes I wonder if the problem is not my words, but your willingness to listen. I'm not speaking to fill the air. I'm speaking because my heart needs to be heard. I keep saying it because I hope, just once, you'll truly hear what I'm saying. If my words can't reach you, then maybe silence will make you feel what I can't say. How many more times do I have to repeat myself before the truth finally sinks in? The silence between us grows, and with every word I speak, I wonder if you're listening at all. I've told you, but now it feels like I'm telling myself, as if no one is really listening. When I say it over and over, I'm not trying to annoy you. I'm trying to make you understand. I'm not repeating myself for the sake of it. I'm repeating myself because you're not hearing me. There comes a point where speaking becomes a chore because I know you're not listening. Every time I speak, it feels like I'm falling into an abyss, hoping you'll catch my words. I've told you this 100 times, but it feels like I'm still invisible to you. Sometimes I feel like a broken record, but it's only because I'm trying to get through to you. If repeating myself could make a difference, I'd say it 1,000 times, but I wonder if that would even matter. Each word I say is a plea, but you don't seem to hear the desperation behind it. I've told you everything, yet it feels like my words are lost in the air, unnoticed and unacknowledged. Every time I speak, it's like I'm invisible to you, and my words disappear without a trace. How many more times will I have to speak before you finally look up and see me? I keep saying the same things, but it seems like they're just echoes in a room with no one listening. I've told you 100 times, but it feels like you're hearing me less with each word. Words can only do so much. Sometimes it's actions that make the difference, yet all I see is silence. You hear me, but it's like you don't really listen, as if my voice doesn't carry any weight. I've said it over and over, but it feels like my words are swallowed by the distance between us. Every repetition takes a little more or out of me, but still, I keep trying to make you understand. It's exhausting to repeat myself when it feels like no one's truly paying attention. I say it again, but my heart wonders if you'll ever truly hear me or just keep nodding in silence. It's not the words that hurt, it's the fact that you don't seem to care enough to listen. I've spoken so many times, but still, my feelings remain buried beneath the noise of your indifference. Each time I say it, I'm holding on to hope, but hope is slipping away as the silence grows. I keep repeating myself, but the more I say, the more I wonder if my words even matter to you. You say you hear me, but your actions tell a different story, one where my words fall flat. I've told you my thoughts and feelings, yet they seem to bounce off you as though they mean nothing. No matter how many times I explain, I feel like I'm speaking to a wall, hoping it will understand. The more I speak, the more I realize that my words aren't reaching you, not in the way I need them to. I've said it all, yet it's like you're waiting for me to say something different, something that fits your world. Each time I repeat myself, I lose a bit of my hope, wondering if you'll ever truly listen. How many times can I say it before you finally understand that I'm not just speaking to hear myself talk? I've said it over and over, but it seems my words just get swallowed by the space between us. I keep telling you, but it feels like my voice fades, like no one is really paying attention. Repeating myself feels like a cry for help, but all I hear is the echo of my own voice. I've told you what's on my heart, but it feels like the more I speak, the less you truly understand. My words are getting lost in the vast emptiness, as if they don't carry any weight in your world. I've said it so many times that even I'm starting to lose track of whether you're really hearing me. The more I speak, the more I realize that my words have become nothing but a background noise in your life. I've told you this, but somehow the message still doesn't seem to reach you. Every word I say is like a little piece of my heart, yet it feels like they're never truly received. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I fear that's the only way to get through to you. I've told you so many times, but it feels like I'm speaking to someone who's not even there. You may hear the words, but do you hear the meaning behind them? I keep repeating myself because I don't know how else to make you see what's in my heart. It's not about me being tired of talking. It's about me being exhausted from not being heard. I've told you everything, yet the distance between us grows with every word I speak. The more I speak, the more I wonder if I'm just talking to fill the silence, because you never listen. I've said everything I can, but I wonder if you'll ever really hear me or just nod without understanding. It's exhausting saying the same things over and over, but I keep hoping that one day you'll finally hear me. I keep telling you, but it feels like I'm speaking a language you'll never truly understand. I've said it all, but still, I find myself wondering if you'll ever really grasp the meaning of my words. Each time I repeat myself, I'm holding on to the faint hope that one day you'll hear me clearly. I've spoken and spoken, yet I'm left wondering why it feels like my voice is falling into a void. The more I repeat myself, the more it feels like I'm drowning in my own words, hoping you'll pull me out.